I guess there's nothing more to say.
Yeah, they're gonna go ahead and give us one epic brawl here. It's not against Zolf, though. That's probably later. I mean, they tried to trick us, making us think that they're...
Who am I kidding?
He tried to... See, they even tried to trick us into thinking that was like the final battle there. That was... I do love that. They do that a lot with the ending, I'll be honest. But, yeah. Now they're gonna really make us put that platforming skill we just picked up to use.
There's something else.
Really?
A confession.
Mm-hmm. Speak up, Zolf. I mean, Rux. Wouldn't be the same if I didn't do it one last time. Oh, come on! Enough with the Garmouth! That's 3 in a row! There we go. It's enough of this stupid Garmouth. I should have went with front. There we go. I don't know why I did that, especially considering fragments are worthless now. We're never gonna get another chance to spend them. Which is actually a little sad, because I might actually level up and be able to throw in a 7th liquor, but... Whoa!
How come I know so much about the Bastion?
Oh, you made it. You said it before. You're the designer of the Bastion. Of course, if it is a time machine... Have you tested the Bastion? Are you from did you come here from the future?
Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point.
Well, if it's beside the point, then... Listen, it can... Basically... I don't think he ever kind of spits out where this point is going, though. That's my one gripe. Is that he never really gets around to why he's talking about this particular thing. I mean, he says a lot during this last part, and some of it's actually kind of funny if you consider the context of when he's supposed to say it.
There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it.
So the Bastion doesn't actually let you remember things when you've done your time travel dealy. Some time machine. I mean, if you were to do that with say you had a device that let you rewind time to like the days when Hitler was around, and you tried to do something like that to kill Hitler, and except you didn't remember that you could kill Hitler, and any evidence that you were supposed to kill Hitler disappeared into the ether. That wouldn't be too useful. Wait a minute. Then how do you know it hasn't been tested? Rux, how do you know it hasn't been tested? Well, that's basically the general gist of the story, and I'll get into that later.
So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing?
It will happen again. I mean, that's the whole point. If you don't remember the lessons, then it will. If you don't learn from history, it'll repeat itself, right? In this case, literally, because you're rewinding time. I probably should be saving this for. I have like a whole ending rant planned, but seriously, Rux, you're not thinking things through.
The answer is... I don't know. You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's alright. I can tell.
Yeah, I've been saying that this whole time.
Why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us.
Yes, that actually would be something fun, you know? I mean, I've had fun with this. I've had fun doing this Let's Play, and imagine Zia's actually pointed out that she enjoys the view, and she didn't actually come off as a happy person in her who knows where, so, you know, maybe she'd like something different. Who knows? I mean, You're living in this world of angst.
Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around.
Really? And you're being all angsty about this. I mean, maybe you should be looking on the other side of the coin. Everyone's dead. There's no one to remember that you screwed up. Why bother with the past? But yeah, here I am. I'm ruining my whole ending rant. Whatever. What's this? One last weapon? Yes, folks. Meet the battering ram. We are going to be beating the Ura to death with their own god.
The weight of the calamity. It's on our shoulders. Can't just let it go.
Yeah, this is essentially what the battering ram is. It slows you down, and it hits like a ton of bricks. And I don't be kidding when it slows you down. This is all the movement I can do. I no longer have a roll, and all I can do are these two attacks, and I can't move while guarding anymore. On the plus side, like I said, it hits like a ton of bricks. It can even smash down doors.
Bastion does have another function, strictly speaking.
Really?
If ever the monument blew out, and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry.
And of course...
Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off. Away from here.
And the battering ram also has a third attack. Yeah, it has its own special skill. As if it wasn't bad enough that we were just beating the Ura with their own god. But, you know, take what you can get. It's almost in a too good to use category if it wasn't for the fact that it slowed you down to hell, and I don't like that at all. On the plus side, it does one-shot everything, so even with the gods invoked. So, I'm not sure. Of course, we'll never get upgrades for it because it's meant for only this stage, but, you know, that's how Infinity plus 1 swords usually work, although I'd probably call this more of an Infinity minus 1 sword. In fact, if I had my way, I wouldn't have to pick this up at all. I'd rather just go into the fight with Zulf, if there is a fight with Zulf, with my musket and my bow. End things the way that they were supposed to end. Whoa!
Heavy, ain't it?
You're starting to sound like Doc Brown. Or no.
Of course, that would mean no going back. Ever. But then again, that way all of us could leave the city. Together. You know Zulf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you?
No going back. As in, the kind of going back you want? The back in time? Yeah, well, but yeah, Zulf and his countrymen are coming at us, and I wish we could move much faster. But sadly, we cannot. But on the plus side,
Zulf and the Ura, all they want now is to see the Bastion fall.
can you blame them? I mean, we are kind of trying to wipe them out.
Zulf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Caelondia.
Yeah, you gotta give Zulf that. I mean, he tried to be a peacekeeper, and then he found out that we tried to nuke them all.
He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out.
Yeah, I mean, that kind of just completely spits in your face of what you thought of the people that you were trying to keep the peace between. And it's like, well, you know, I keep bringing up, you know, every comparison I can think of just ends up with me invoking Godwin's Law. Which, you know, never mind, forget it. Wait, why is the camera zooming? Oh,
Zolf
we're
ain't
close.
lost every shred of decency, though, has he?
I mean, he did try to spare the kid, so... You know, there's got to be something good in there for him. Who's that?
He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid.
At least you can still counterattack with this thing, which is nice, but... You gotta give Zolf credit for being a nice guy, at least. I mean, even if he did kind of rat us out to the Aurora. Yeah, that's essentially the den mother as far as I can tell, for lack of a better term. So we're gonna meet... And yeah, she's gonna be a tough fight, to say anything. And I think that's wave 2? Wave 3.
This ain't a personal matter.
You gonna come at me, Den Mother? Or is it just you and your children?
It ain't a simple
Oh, god damn it. Yeah, that's the problem with the last bit. Last bit of fighting isn't really that interesting, I'll say this, but you know, you take what you can get. It's fun, at least. I mean, this is about all we'll... Oh boy. Whoa! Critical Ram! Now, that I never thought I'd see. Thank you, Were Whiskey! I love you! And let's go ahead and take this core and maybe finish off. Oh!
One thing's for sure. The Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
You think? Wait, what's with that ominous music? Oh, I guess we're fighting Zolf, so maybe that's... I have no idea. But, yeah, there's... Something's brewing. Something big is brewing. And I'm moving as fast as my little legs can carry me. What the... Hey, you guys leave him alone. Yeah, they stabbed him in the back. And now we get a decision. We can leave Zolf behind and smash and finish off the Ura, or we can take Zolf with us. And basically, we get either one final epic escape fight sequence, or we can carry Zolf out of here, and we get a nice scripted sequence with Zolf's theme playing in the background. Considering we never even got to hear that during his Who Knows Where, I know where I'm taking, and I'm gonna be quiet for that one. Future me, when you're editing this, make sure to insert captions, alright? I mean, you know, I'm sorry. I could go for the exciting final fight, but I'm too much of a nice guy, and I love music too much, so the choice is too obvious for me. I'm gonna be taking Zolf with me. Let's go. And I'm gonna be muting my mic for this part, so that way you can hear all the music.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright. You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
I set my sail, fly, the wind it will take me back to my home, sweet to making way for me. I'm coming home, sweet home. I see your star, you left it burning for me. Mother, I'm here. Eyes open wide, feel your heart and it's glowing. I'm welcome home, sweet home. I take your hand, now you'll never be lonely. Now
Kid's probably dealt was off by now.
sweet home.
He reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days?
As if this game didn't have enough deja vu.
Hey, kid. Get up, kid.
Hey, I just got a bunch of lead and arrows thrown into me.
Come on, that ain't funny. I say get up.
It's nice that he cares about me, especially considering I have nothing but a weapon of genocide to him. Anyway,
That's more like it.
I find it weird.
Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk.
Alright. I find it weird how Zia, sweet innocent Zia, gets this song gets a song that is so full of bitterness and hatred of her race, and she's not even that aware of her race, and Zolf has a song full of sorrow and regret.
Can't believe you brought him back again. Bet you had to do more than say please this time.
Well, it's more like he kind of fainted. Okay, let's get this thing going. I want answers, damn it.
The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see.
Show me.
Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors.
Oh.
We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions.
So yeah, essentially we got two choices of two endings here. So Rux will give us his arguments as to why we should rewind time, start up the Bastion fresh, and go back to before the Calamity.
Don't be shy now.
And Zia here will give us her arguments as why we should just
You made it.
continue onward. And I love her voice, although doesn't sound like her singing voice. Whatever. So let's ask for Zia's opinion first.
So, let's see. You can either prevent the Calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
I don't know if it'd be prevention, really, considering that we're just rewinding time. And who knows if these people actually remember the mistakes they made.
If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world.
See? Zia really likes this place now. I mean, to be fair, she had a crummy childhood, so it makes sense for her, but...
Zolf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed.
Ah, so that's what happened. Well, it's nice to know what exactly happened, and they still have me listed as having the battering ram. Yeah, whatever.
When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up.
I find it a little sad, though, that whole fact that they just immediately just want nothing but revenge. Have they never heard the phrase vengeance begats vengeance? I mean, that's practically the whole motivate. That's practically what drives No More Heroes 2. One of my favorite games. I should probably do a Let's Play one day.
Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the calamity, not before.
And again, Zia makes further arguments. What about Rux?
Hey, kid.
So, you want me to rewind time?
You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you.
Thanks for hitting Control Z. Oh, I guess it is. You're doing that on the whole universe. That takes a lot of power.
Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore.
I don't know. You could probably find out now. I mean, if you want to see what your homeland was like. I wonder about the animals, though.
Don't let anything you've done get to you. You could save all those creatures here and now.
I don't know. They seem to be surviving pretty fine on their own. And,
You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it.
Thanks. One problem, though. I don't know if I'll still have the badge. I mean, you know, rewinding time.
Zolf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him.
Yeah, I guess. So yeah, here's how things are gonna go down for me. I'm gonna give you both endings. You're gonna actually get to choose which one you want because by clicking the appropriate annotation link. If you want to see the evacuation ending, where we leave the bash, where we detonate the cores, don't rewind time, and just fly around and see what the world's like, well, click that annotation. If you want to see the restoration ending, then where we do rewind time, and click that one. Yeah, I'm going to be having different things to say depending on which ending you choose. For the evacuation, I'm probably just going to be giving my general thoughts about the game. I'm going to level with you, tell you why I love the game like I do, and all that some such, which you would typically expect over the credits. Which will be a little bit painful because they actually do a lovely mashup of Zolf and Zia's themes for the credits. On the other hand, if you actually want to hear that, or you want to hear me do like an in-depth analysis of the endings of the game, then you'll want to go with the restoration ending. I will be quiet throughout the whole credit sequence. You'll be able to hear the music, and I will also throw in a bonus little reel piece of me analyzing the game's endings, and maybe I'll throw in a little bit of the New Game Plus just to be nice, just so I can show you a couple of changes. Well, one or two changes. So yeah, those are your options. I'll let you decide.